All right, guys, back in my house now after our trip today to the school. A couple things you might have noticed. First of all, people are pretty camera shy here in Madagascar. Frequently, as soon as I turned the camera off, people would get really excited and crowd around and ask to see the video or photo. One of the questions we did not get to about pizza, it is indeed the same word. There are a few places in Madagascar where you can buy pizza, so some people know what that is. No, lacrosse is not a thing here. And also, there was a question about where do you go to travel. Here where I live, people are quite poor. So it's not uncommon to be middle aged and have never been further than 20 kilometers from the village where you grow up. Now that said, some of the wealthier people might make a trip to the capital city once, maybe twice in their life. But imagine what it's like to grow up in a place where the furthest away that almost anyone you know has ever been would be the equivalent to Evergreen to Denver. So not a lot of information from the outside world really makes it here. You might have even have noticed that with questions about like, are you learning to speak Malagasy in America? And I've lived here now for 20 months, and I have to remind people that America and France are different places. So you can just see how it's just a little bit of a different environment here as far as knowledge about the outside world. If you guys were to drop out of school now, you would have more education than the average person in my village. Very few people are able to continue on to high school. The nearest high school is pretty far away, far enough where you'd have to spend the night during the weekdays in a different village. So not very many people are able to make that work. All right, guys, thank you so much for your interest in Madagascar. Please send us another video, and we look forward to sharing whatever we can. One last thing: when I was an eighth grader at Evergreen Middle School, I think I took this picture of the world from space off the wall of the computer lab when no one's noticing, and I've had it on my wall ever since. And the ironic thing is, here you can see the picture is centered on Madagascar. So maybe I was always going to be a Peace Corps volunteer in Madagascar. All right, guys. Thanks.